Nvidia is just trading in a sideways range, and it's been trading in a sideways range all the way back to middle of August. Now, the sideways range didn't really show up until, late 2025 as we kept making higher highs and higher lows all the way up to the end of October and just the beginning of November. If you go back in time and take a look at the chart up to the end of October, everything is good and it's in a upward trend and everything's bullish. But if you look at the chart since then, we've just been trading sideways since November and at the same price levels that we were trading all the way back to in August. So there's nothing specifically bearish about this Nvidia chart other than the fact that it's at the same price level that it was in mid-August. We haven't taken out any major swing lows, and we're right at the 20-day moving average, but we haven't broken out of any swing highs, specifically these swing highs going back to the middle of November. And to really show that Nvidia is done going down and tech stocks and the market in general is done going down, because Nvidia is the main stock in the entire stock market, we need to break out of these swing high levels right at the 194 level. So if we can trade above 194 in Nvidia, I think we can easily go up and test the previous highs that we made at the end of October, beginning of November at the 211, 212 level. So we really need to see Nvidia break above 194 and trade to 195. And then also, as we trade to 195, test that upper Bollinger Band and then see momentum up thrust higher. And specifically with the rate of change, I want to see this rate of change go above this high that we made on February 11th and so as the stock trades to the upper Bollinger Band, I want to see new swing highs in the oscillator to confirm that price action. And then at that point, that would set up for a very good trade up to 212 for Nvidia, specifically because you're going to have a lot of the momentum traders wait for the stock to trade above 200 and closer to 212 before they become interested in buying it. So if you can get in at 195 and maybe buy calls or something right when the stock's at 195 and you get new momentum highs in the oscillator, that will set up for a good trade for the stock to trade up to 212 to the upside. And then at that point, it can break out higher, so you have even more upside. And you can buy calls, buy the 195 strike calls, and maybe in March or so, and look for the stock to trade up to 212 and even above that. And then you can use the 185 20-day moving average, 20-day moving average right around 185, and even the low from Friday at 182 as a stop loss, as a general guide to use as a stop loss, whether you buy the stock or buy the options, buy the call.